Howdy do y'all, this is John, and today we're talking about Greenland Migration, a new movie that just came out in theaters right now. And in Greenland Migration, it deals with this group of people who survived a comet strike on Earth that are forced out of their bunker after a earthquake or something causes it to collapse, and now they're having to find a new place to call home until Earth is truly, fully habitable again. This is a sequel to the 2020 disaster movie Greenland. While I did not, review it or anything like that, I have seen it. It's just that I did not, catch it until a couple years after it came out, and I was unable to do so during the 2020 review season. Now, getting into it. First and foremost, what I liked about the movie, I have to give them points for not just redoing the first movie all over again, because first of all, it would not make sense at all. Second of all, it would just be annoying. Instead of it being about an apocalyptic disaster, it's about what happens afterwards. How do people survive it over time? How do people try to bring back civilization and stuff, especially with a significantly lower population? Because they flat out stated in the movie, at least 3/4, maybe more, of humans were killed as a result of what happened in the first movie. Some of it kind of reminded me of The Last of Us a little bit. It was still interesting to see, and interesting to hear about the world that they created. I also think that the actors were good, no Oscar-worthy performances. The two leads, Gerard Butler and Marina Baccarin, not their best performances, but they do a good job, and that's noteworthy. The VFX work is also kind of a step up from the first movie, because the first movie did not have very good visual effects. This movie, I think it may be a little more expensive, but the VFX work is definitely better. Still not the greatest, though. You still notice a lot of them. However, and I should point this out here, this really wasn't as exciting as the first Greenland. The first Greenland movie, it's about the impending doom. What would humans be like in the days leading up to the impending doom? About this, man trying to save his family by getting to a bunker in Greenland. And the actual path, the road that he takes to try and get there was actually very interesting, pretty entertaining, kind of cookie cutter in the sense that it's a little bit your basic disaster movie, but the people who made that one at least made it entertaining. This one, they go a different path, which, like I said, I commend them for that. That's what they should do, but it's not quite as interesting as the first movie. Instead of, sitting there going, okay, I want to see this family succeed, instead you're just sitting there going, okay, what are they trying to accomplish this time? Also, for a post-apocalyptic world, this movie's surprisingly very green. There's a lot more grass life than I would expect to see from an apocalyptic wasteland. They don't explain it the way that Fallout explains it. But Fallout, it's mostly desert, but occasionally you get these oases. No explanation given, just all of a sudden they're going through this dry, barren place, and the next thing you know, there's grass. There's grass in what's supposed to be a dry, barren place. So in conclusion, I commend them for trying to do something different. However, at the end of the day, it's just not that interesting. I wasn't as invested in what was going on in this movie as I was in the first film. Because at the end of the day, Greenland may not be the greatest movie ever by a mile, but it was fun and entertaining, and I don't think it was necessary to make a sequel. Greenland should have been the only Greenland. That is it. I'm going to give Greenland 2 Migration a 4. Well, that's all the time I have for today. Please look forward to more videos real soon. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. Please also subscribe if you're new to the channel. And please don't forget I have a secondary channel where I do gaming content. Please go check it out. And as per usual, please remember, the Bonetsky will return.